Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video here on the FM Scout channel. My name is Omega Luke and today we're going to have another episode of Tactic Tester. So if you do not know what Tactic Tester is, I basically pick a tactic from the FM Scout website, uploaded by anyone. It could be anyone, it could be you in the future, and I'll let you know how that could be you in the future of this video. And I then simulate a season using this tactic by simply going on holiday, picking a side either who are mid-table or battling for relegation prediction-wise by the media before the game, the season preview, that sort of thing, how they are predicted. I will then simulate using that tactic only and see how they get on. Analyze it, look more into it, look into all the stats, how they got on. It could be good, it could be bad. We've had some good ones, we've had some bad ones. Of course, the one we had the other day, Ryan Cassidy's, was a very good tactic with Bournemouth, and I'm hoping, I'm praying, this one will be too. It is Schnapsidee 5122 Unbeaten tactic. So, yes, it's going to say unbeaten in it, and if you think, oh, he's unbeaten using this tactic, no, it's not clickbait. This is the tactic name. It's Don't hate me. Don't hate me. He has a Leipzig winning 32-2 season using this tactic, so that's why he's called it. We are using Sheffield Wednesday. Let's have a look at the tactic. And here it is. So, to start off with, two pressing forwards is what I found quite interesting. All on attack as well. Two Metzalas in the centre midfield, also on attacking. And I think from the last few tactics that I've looked at with this like wing-back formation without any wingers up top, the Metzala is really overpowered. We also have a deep line playmaker on support. The both wing-backs are on support as well. Nothing too fancy, which is what I like about this tactic. And three ball-playing defenders all on defence with a sweeper keeper. So I really like the look of it so far. The mentality is attacking. And let's dive more into it. Work the ball into the box. Playing out of defence, of course, with those ball-playing defenders. A fairly wide formation. More direct. Much higher tempo as well. Very interesting. With whipped crosses. Passing into the space. Nothing selected down here. Very unrestricted. The Gegenpress. Back again. Will we ever see a tactic on Tactic Tester that doesn't have the Gegenpress? I don't think so. It's just pointless not having it. Because we all know how good it is. Distributing the ball to the centre-backs. Taking shorter kicks. And if we go to out of possession, we are using the offside trap again. A much higher line of engagement and a much higher defensive line. Very high defensive line. Not using defensive type marking. Preventing the short goal kick though. Extremely urgent. Not stuck in. That's a key that I noticed with this tactic. I've gone through and I don't necessarily think I can see any outstanding player like specific ones. I think they're all sort of similar to what they are to begin with, and rightly so. And the reason why I picked Sheffield Wednesday, if we have a look at the Sky Bet Championship here, on to season preview, they are predicted to finish 17th all the way down there, 26-1 to be winners of the league, I suppose. So the bottom half of the league, and they sort of fit the tactic role. They have some good wing backs, which is obviously a plus. Their key player is in fact their keeper, Kieran Westwood, and of course Isaac Rice is a hot prospect. So nothing too overpowering. They don't have a team which should be promoted in this league. Before we go, a couple of people wanted to see what the quick pick would be, because if I do a quick pick, we sort of get an idea of what the assistant manager is going to pick, and this is roughly what he's going to go with all the players available. We got a couple of people who are injured and maybe not fit, but this is roughly what he's going to go with throughout the season when I holiday through it and select to only play this tactic. So to do that, just to show anyone, in case, you simply go on holiday and you select use match tactics. That is how it is done. Without further ado, let's have a look how it did. Well, here we are, folks. We have another fantastic tactic on our hands by the look of it, because Sheffield Wednesday have gone up the best way possible in the playoffs, finishing in 5th position overall in the league. So, of course, 6th place is the playoffs and up. Leeds and Brentford dominated. Wow, Leeds, outstanding season from Leeds. But Sheffield Wednesday, 73 points. That's incredible. And they did it through the playoffs. So we have a look at the playoffs. They beat Bristol City 1-0 on aggregate. And in the final, they played Stoke in the final at Wembley and defeated them 2-1. Not bad whatsoever, if you ask me. An outstanding season for Sheffield Wednesday fans. I'm sure they would take that. I've got some Sheffield Wednesday fan friends, and they would love for this to happen this season. So it's a really good performance. A horrendous balance. That's not great. But obviously, they're going to the Premier League now. They're going to get some money in. So that's fantastic. Let's dive more into this tactic then and have a look at how it's performed with the squad in hand. So, using the Dr. Benji squad view, most appearances was the keeper, so that's good. We also have a defender there, the right back by the looks of it, who played the most games. So if we have a look now, development tactics, so he played 51 appearances in this right back role, and to be honest, it's not an overpowering player, is it? It really isn't. A 3.5 star for this league, for this team, really, not even the league. Nothing too outstanding for the championship. It just performed really well. Adam Reach, it looks like he's going to be on the left hand side. A lot better player, mind you. 38 appearances there. He also played a few in centre mid. A lot better player as Adam Reach, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. So that's sort of like the last starting 11, so you can kind of get an idea of how they all played. Let's have a look more into it as well. Goals wise, 23 goals by Ryan Brewster, who is on loan from Liverpool. What I basically did as well for transfers, because obviously other teams are going to make transfers, and I think it's a bit unfair, I set it so that the assistant has access to everything. He is responsible for everything, so bringing anyone in, anything like that. And it looks like they brought in Ryan Brewster, and he's done incredible. 20 goals in the championship, 23 in total, with 4 assists. Assist-wise, outside of that then, Barry Bannon with 11 goals and 10 assists. That's great from him. We also have Adam Reach with a lot of assists. The average rating, this looks quite low. Overall then though, if we have a look at this though, competition-wise, what a season Sheffield Wednesday have had. Sky Bet Championship, playoff final, winning it. The FA Cup, a quarter-final finish, knocked out by the winners of the FA Cup, Crystal Palace, and the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, knocked out by the winners, Manchester United. So, I mean, you can't really argue with that. For a championship side, you can't really argue with that. That is outstanding. So if we have a look at the overall stats for the players in the championship, we have Ryan Brewster there, joint 5th place with the 20 goals, and Forestieri in there 13th. If we have a look average rating, we have Barry Bannon in 8th place there, Ryan Brewster in 17th. Assist-wise, Barry Bannon and Adam Reach both 6th place, behind a few others at the top there. Not too bad there, having 2 people there. Player of the match, we have Ryan Brewster again in 11th place. He had 5 player of the matches. Not too bad either. Clean sheet-wise, Kieran Westwood is up there in 5th place with 16 clean sheets. That's quite a high amount. A very good performance from Sheffield Wednesday. Like I say at the start of this, didn't necessarily have like a huge amount of potential of going up. Right, so we have a look at the medical centre there, the season summary. We can see who's missing out most games. We have Barry Bannon was actually out for 7 weeks, so he missed a few. 6 weeks there, Ryan Brewster. Forestieri, another player there, going out for another 5 weeks. So a fair amount of injuries missed. Look how many major injuries they had as well. Alright, albeit a lot of them isn't necessarily first-team players, but in the Championship, you need a big squad. Because let me tell you, 46 games in the Championship is nothing to blink at. That is, you need a big squad, and they've done really well to have that many moderates and major injuries and still get promoted. I'm really impressed. And so, to be honest, this tactic, very good, if you ask me. Very similar to the one that we had the other day from Ryan Cassidy that we used with Bournemouth. But I think there was enough change to try this, and I wanted to try it in a different league, a much more difficult league like the Championship, and I think it's really performed well. And I think you'd all agree, Sheffield Wednesday is not a team that you would see on this game going up within the first year. However, they have done really well. I am actually tempted to see if they will do well in the Premier League, maybe simulate a season in the Premier League. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see that. I'm very intrigued actually. They have £37 million transfer budget for the Premier League, so that's quite interesting. They did take a big plunge there from December down. One thing we need to check, of course, we have a look at past positions and see how they really got on throughout the season. So if we have a look at Sheffield Wednesday, whoa, a dominating performance from 5th place in that first year, up to 2nd there, up to 2nd again, up to 1st place. For 3 weeks, they were in 1st place. Back down, a couple of losses there. You won't be able to see it, my face is in the way, but a loss to Leeds United, who obviously got promoted, and a loss to Blackburn, who I think they finished 3rd, so still quite good. And they continued. A slight dip in form here. Maybe this is where the injuries sort of took out. But then a very strong end to the season pile up into 4th place, down into 5th, and secure that playoff position where, of course, they went on to win it. So you cannot deny this tactic was very consistent and the team was very consistent throughout the season. So maybe not an unbeaten tactic, but still a very strong one. If I have a stronger side, it might have been unbeaten. But of course, let me know down in the comments if you're going to use this tactic. The link to it will be at the top of the description. So if you do want to try it, it will take you straight to the FM Scout website where you can download it straight from there. And like I said at the start of the video, it could be you. It could be your tactic that I could be trying here on Tactic Tester. And for that to happen, the link to FM Scout website is there. You go over to Tactic. It says upload your tactic, something like along those lines. It will talk you through it. If you have a tactic that you think is good enough, you provide enough screenshots to prove it, and you've tested it, you give us an idea of what it's about, let us know down in the comments that you've uploaded your tactic, and we may see it in another episode of Tactic Tester. But my name is Omega Luke. If it is live streams or Let's Play action you are looking for, I am currently going through 2 very good saves now. The Youth to Gold, which everyone seems to be really enjoying. I'm only allowed to use teenagers, and I'm not allowed to use 30-plus-year-olds. A lot of you guys have come across from FM Scout, the live streams that Jamie's been doing, and really enjoying your time as we are looking very strong in League 1 with Racing Club Strasbourg. But of course, I also have Conquering Scandinavia, if that tickles your pickle a little bit more. A journeyman type of save throughout 5 countries. So the link to my channel is also down in the description, or you can just type in Omega Luke Gaming and I'll pop up straight away there. So, my name is Omega Luke. I'll see you on another episode of Tactic Tester and another video in the future here on FM Scout. So subscribe if you can, like the video, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.